Truth Talk Videos 412. This right here is so hilarious, bro. This is the games they play. But then when they get put back in their face, then they want to come throwing what? Sign language, shame, insults, guilt. You know what I'm saying? A woman reduced a man to just a gym buddy and gets mad when he treats her as such. So she's basically saying, like, look, I just want to be gym buddies. Just strictly platonic, strictly professional. Then, obviously, I guess she started catching feelings. And then she started, you know what I mean, trying to switch the game up after she said that this was going to be platonic. And then when he said, oh, no, I'm keeping it straight, you know what I mean, platonic. Now look who's on the internet talking about it. Because now she feels bad. Because what she said she wanted, she really didn't want. She just wanted him to chase. And when he rejected her, now he's the problem. Let's jump right into this shit, man.
So I just walked out on a man in the middle of our workout at the gym because he tried to play in my face.
Matter of fact, we gotta put some respect on the Godfather's name, man. Kevin. All right, let's get back to the goddamn proceedings this evening.
This man has been following me. I met him once a while ago. He's been following me. I made a post about needing to get back in the gym and how I'm being inconsistent. He was like, I can help you. I took him up on the offer. He's cool. I was like, okay, cool. Let's just be gym buddies. That's it. Like, I need somebody to hold me accountable, and that's fine. So we did go work out. Everything was cool. The first time we worked out, it was good. I was like, hey, you want to do this again? Like, it was cool. Now, after the workout session, he did express romantic interest. Do I know that men are attracted to me? Yes. I'm not stupid doodle dumb. But does that mean I'm about to be with you, date you? No, we're just doing the gym thing. I very much keep men at an arm's length and a distance at all times.
Cool.
But he was like, you know, if you ever want to go on a date, I am feeling you. I was like, I know you were attracted to me because, again, I'm not stupid. But I'm like, let's do the gym thing. I think this is good. I'm not really looking to, date right now. We're just going to be gym buddies. So we're in the gym today, right?
So y'all heard her, right? He shot his shot and she said, I knew that he was attracted to me. But, we're just going to be gym buddies. Just remember that. I didn't watch this, so I don't know what's going to come. But because of the title, you get what I'm saying? And when I seen Myron, you know what I'm saying, from Fresh and Fit, he even reacted to it. I said, oh, they got to be something behind this. Like, but this is what they do. When they try to, when you try to get with them, then they turn it down. But then when they see you pressing and all the other little bitty honors pressing up on you, then they like, oh, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Then they come back and try to shoot the shot and you hit them with the Heisman and the Heisman Trophy stiff arm. Then it's, man, ain't nobody playing this game with y'all, man.
On our workout, everything's going well. And then there was this woman that approached him. So I don't say nothing. I just kind of looked at her. Now, she did look my way. And
told you. What did I just say? I didn't see this. She said, but then there was some woman that approached him. I didn't see this. I ain't see this, nigga. And then there was some woman that approached him. What did I just tell y'all? But then they'll see somebody approach you like, oh, she's cute. She all up in his face smiling. Now she's getting jealous as if that's her man. But you told me this is platonic. You can't take these goddamn gym hippos serious, bro. Back alley porch pigeons. You can't take them serious.
He was like, hey, I saw you. And I was like, oh, my God, that's my dad. Turns out the woman is his daughter. Now, we had just talked about the daughter. I think the first time we worked out, we talked about the daughter. So I'm familiar with her. She's not familiar with me, right? So they're having about a 3-minute conversation. They chopping it up, as they should. But at no point during this conversation did he even look over to me or did he even say, oh, hey, that's my friend Sheila. We're working out.
Oh, okay. It was his daughter. So, but still, look, because it don't matter because she didn't know that initially. She's now getting upset because she said he didn't turn around and never introduced the daughter, like, oh, this is Sheila. Why the fuck would I introduce my daughter to you and you just said we were going to be keeping this strictly platonic? You see the games they play? If I was introducing my daughter to you, that means you would have accepted my advances and we're about to start, going on a few dates. But now she wants him to come over, introduce his daughter for what? This is strictly gym business, remember? This is the games y'all play.
We're gym buddies. All you could have did was introduce me, but you didn't. So she walks away and he kind of seems like we're about to continue this workout. To which I got off the machine and I was like, yeah, I'm uncomfortable with that.
Now
I felt very unseen. Like, we're platonic friends and you could have just introduced me. Now, you did express romantic interest. And with you having romantic interest, you should have for sure introduced me. Which lets me know, like, are you hiding something? You ashamed of me? Because I'm that girl. What you got to be ashamed of? What you hiding me for? I can't be hidden. I show up too big. I thought about interjecting myself, but why would I do that? This is your daughter. You two were having a conversation. You could have just simply turned to me and said, hey, this is Sheila. This is so-and-so. You know? So it lets me know you're not ready for me. If we were to date, you're not the type of man that I need you to be. Because if you expressed a little romantic interest in me, there was no way that you shouldn't have introduced me to your daughter. You're not trying to for whatever reasons. I don't have time to figure out why. I don't care of the reason why. I'm gone. Because you asked me to be here. You reached out to me. You were like, hey, I'm adamant about working out with you. If it was platonic, it could have been an introduction. Either way, I don't play that game. So I left. It looks like I will be going back to work out by myself. But I'm like, if you couldn't stand up and be a man and be a leader and just introduce in the friend stage, there's no future with us.
There it go. And they always, what is the first thing they always say? If you just couldn't stand up and be a man, you would think that the women that know what a man is so much would be married and have them, but they don't. But it'd be the big mouth turtle bops that know what men are and only get ran through by them. The fuck out our face with that bullshit.
And if it really were friends, if we truly were friends, you could introduce me. So I don't know what the game is, but I'm not here to play it.
Oh my God, man. This shit don't make no sense, bro. You could go get all of the hip-hop's ghostwriters. You could go get all of the doo-wop 70s, 80s, 60s, 90s hip-hop pinners. You could go get all of the producers out of Hollywood, all the best script writers, and put us all in the room. Nigga, and you still can't write no better shit than this bullshit that these bops be out here talking. My nigga, we can Voltron into one big writer. Just all the writers in the world, all the hip hop writers, all the ghost writers could just Power Ranger into one Megazord. And nigga, you can't write this shit. You ain't gonna be able to come up with nothing that could beat this bullshit that be coming out of these goddamn tree pigeons' mouths, bro. God damn.
The issue here isn't her friends owning the guy, accepting free training, being a herself, getting triggered about not being introduced. That's not the issue. The root cause of this issue as to why I'm talking to you guys in the first place is are too comfortable with airing out their grievances when they're in the wrong. My friends, we have a pandemic of stupidity, lack of awareness, and lack of accountability. All right, let's go back to this. So this woman here clearly is living like in a fantasy world. So let's get on TikTok and make a video. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys when I say women have main character energy, and this is a problem. This is a real issue, right? That we've gotten to a point now in society where people do dumb shit and they know they did dumb shit, and what they'll do is they'll get on the internet, they'll make a video, they'll put it out there, and they know that they're gonna get positive reinforcement, even though they did some dumb shit, so they do it anyway. Does that make sense? Let me explain what I mean by this. So here's the thing, right? If you guys know,
Marin's right. He said we're in the generation of people will do dumb shit. Then they know that they done dumb-ish, but then they'll come to the internet and get positive reinforcement from the people. You get what I'm saying? Like what she did was dumb. She done with. And the man, remember, I don't want no relationship. He didn't press her. He backed off. The moment, I told you, the moment she see another girl in his face, this time it happened to be his daughter, she got mad over because he didn't want to introduce her. But let's be real. If that was a girl and it wasn't his daughter, the same thing would have happened. Well, who was that? Well, what are you talking about? We're platonic. We're gym buddies, remember? Get back on there and get them glutes, man. Come on, we're going to need to go do these squats. We ain't talking about that. You said that. We not doing that after I asked you. Get the fuck on somewhere. Y'all weird as hell.
Notice, when you open up TikTok, how many times are we going to see women in a car, right, record some type of grievance that occurred in their life? Whether it's a guy broke up with them, they're in a weird stage with a guy and they don't know what to do. They are complaining about being single. They're complaining about a social interaction like this where he didn't introduce her to her daughter. Guys being creepy, whatever. Like, we have seen this before.
Yeah, this shit is sad, bro. This is how bothered they be. That they got to come up here and tell fucking stories, bro. They be talking about what made it look like I wanted you to come over and talk to me. So then men will back off. Just like this situation. He said, oh, okay, cool. We'll keep it on the 1-2, 1-2. Soon as a girl get in his face, she then gets in her feelings. And now all of a sudden she's on the internet talking about an invisible guy. This shit could be made up. A lot of them fucking make up TikTok stories, man. This is made up. Yeah, you know what? This is made up. Yeah, she made it up for attention. She'll come back in another 2 or 3 videos like, you know what? That was just for line because now she's getting destroyed. She's going to say that it was made up. Y'all go for anything. It's just one of them social experiment stories where I wanted to see the reaction I was going to get from a story made up. Yeah, she's just one of them bops, man. You can't make this
standard, and that's
shit
why
up, bro.
I have a standard. Yes, I expect to be for people to.
I see the issue here. You're confusing standards and boundaries.
So this woman makes a post on her own platform.
Right.
And she says, look, I'm looking for a gym partner, somebody to hold me accountable, but I'm going to be straight up. You're not getting any cootie cat. This is going to be platonic, and we're just going to be working out, and that's it. She meets somebody, and she says this person has been lurking around or whatever. So she says she knows she's the shit, and she knows they're interested. But at the same time, respect boundaries. Boundaries. So now they're in the gym, they're working out and what have you. And in walks this person's daughter, and they're conversing and having a nice conversation. And Sheila is right there like, okay, what's going on? You know, you're not going to introduce me. The conversation went on for about 3 minutes. So Sheila, feeling disrespected, because like she said, okay, you have been wanting me, you've been trying to get with me, your daughter come in here, and you're not even going to introduce me to your daughter. So she got out of there and did a post, this funky ass post, where she tells all of us that she knows who she is and that she is not going to be accepting anything but the best, even though she has made it clear that she doesn't want anything but being platonic. See, she has the game all messed up. Now, I must be fair. I have not been single my entire life, and it may be a reason for that. And let me explain to you why. Folks are not playing games with people. When I was dating and when I was available, I wouldn't even let people that I was meeting see my son until I was ready. I damn sure would not introduce my child, adult child, little child, baby dog, to somebody who has made it clear that they're not interested in me.
Thank you.
Something else was going on, y'all. I may have 1 or 3 reasons or things that were probably happening in the ground. Number 1, she said he's been trying to show his hand. So maybe when they were on the phone, that he was putting press on her to try to sway her to go the other way. In other words, she's telling us that it was platonic the entire way, but perhaps there was something that was going on the phone between them that led her to believe that, you know, he still wants me. He's respecting the fact that I'm not going to give him no cootie cat, but, you know, let me just keep him at bay. Or the second thing was they actually smashed. And as a result, my nigga introduced me to your daughter. He didn't do that. But the third one is also a possibility that whole post was rage bait, because there is no way that you call yourself a relationship coach and would think that a person, number 1, is obligated to introduce you to their enemy, let alone their child, except you're trying to piss people off.
Standard, and that's why a lot of y'all upset. I have a standard. Yes, I expect to be for people to.
I see the issue here.
Let me go to the internet and post this. And they post on the internet. Now, have you guys noticed that men don't really do this? You guys notice this? How often do you see a guy get in a car and complain about some type of situation that occurred to him in life, right? The only time you're going to see a man do that is if it's funny, right? It's entertaining. There's a teachable moment, something like that, right? Let me tell you guys why. The reason why men don't do it is because men know if I turn this camera on and I complain in this car and I look like a moron, there's going to be consequences. There's going to be comments roasting me for days. I'm going to be made a meme. I'm going to go viral for being I'm going to be cooked like no end, right? Men understand that there's always this like possibility, a strong possibility, that we get air fried for saying stupid shit. Women don't experience this. They get on the internet, give their grievances, give their problems.
Like a
right?
child.
And since no one ever makes fun of women or tells them they're stupid or this is or whatever, they feel like it's okay to get in the car.
This is why they don't like Marin, man. I understand y'all don't like a lot of the stuff he say, but he be keeping it real. Like he said, men know if they come online and start talking reckless, we're going to get cooked. They're going to put us up as memes. They're going to joke all week about us. We know, so if you ain't ready to take that step, will you fall back? Like, nah, I ain't even playing them games. But women, they're going to get, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get reciprocity anyway. People are going to validate them anyway, even if they do bad. So it's kind of like they don't grasp that part of, you know what I'm saying, the psyche that, like, because it's like men are going to tell them they look like, right now a girl could do something bad, a man, for instance, when you watch them cop shows and you clearly see the girl brutalize the man, soon as the cops come and they put the girl in handcuffs, all of a sudden the brutalized man turn and say, well, I didn't want her arrested. Well, what the hell you mean? See, this is why. So now let's just say the cops let her go, which they're not, because the new law, maybe years ago they would have let her go, because, you know what I mean, if you say you ain't want to arrest it, like, okay, cool, but they don't do that no more. As soon as they see a scratch on one or both or other, both y'all going, or if it's on the opposite, that person's going. Yes, man, I just don't understand. They just be out in these streets goofy as hell, bro. Like, come on, man. So Myron be absolutely cooking, bro. He be definitely, I'm talking about air fry cooking, and y'all don't be liking that. Yes, man. So stop playing with us. She caught feelings after she said she didn't want nothing, and that's what it is, man. Yeah, oh well. Introduce you to my daughter after you said you wanted this shit to be platonic. Man, fuck out of
Or
here.
complain, say the dumb shit that they say, because they know that more than likely they're going to get a mountain of validation.
Yep, they're going to get a mountain of validation, so that's why they can say whatever they want, because the guy's still going to be like, oh well. They're going to still get validated, so women don't get a chance to grasp that, you know what I'm saying, or learn that part, because they're still going to get talked to, they're still going to get hollered at, they're still going to get passes, they're still going to get everything, even in doing bad. So that's why it's hard for them to grasp and, you know what I mean, take, you know what I mean, rejections and stuff like that. Because they know if they go out and cast their rail in bars, clubs, just out in all day, 90% and 95% of the men is going to jump. So when you get that 5% of the men that don't jump, that bothers them, because they know, hold on, 95%, if not 100, niggas jump. Why ain't he jump? Yeah.
And the problem with this is that it doesn't make them better people. Let me explain. We live in a world where women could do no wrong. How do I know that we live in a world where women could do no wrong? Because we've seen hundreds of videos like this, hundreds on TikTok, where women get in a car, right, and complain about their life circumstances. Many of the times, it's a life circumstance that they created for themselves, doing some dumb shit. But since no one ever tells they're stupid, they're wrong, this is bad, horrible take, you need to be held accountable, they feel comfortable doing this. There's a reason why for every 100 videos of women in a car saying some dumb shit like this, you might see one guy in a car saying some dumb shit like that. Because that guy knows he's going to get fried into oblivion. Women, on the other hand, know they're not going to get fried, okay? They know they're not. And if they do get fried, they block all those niggas.
Yep.
Okay? For every one guy that comes in there and says, yeah, you're just a dumb, blocked, gone, they ban certain words, right? Women get rid of like certain words. They have like a strong filter on that shit. You can't even hold these accountable. You can't even cook them like that, right? So it's almost like they make the video, create a funnel where only good comments come to them, and then that positively reinforces bad behavior. And honestly speaking, only women are able to do this. Why? Because women don't deal with consequences. It's simple as that. Women in modern day society don't deal with consequences. If they did deal with consequences, they wouldn't be as rude and as entitled as they are. I'll give you guys an example. Girl comes on a podcast, right? Huge opportunity. A no name, right? She had been streaming for like a month with clavicular, gets put on whatever. She comes on the show. She makes some comments about the studio being ghetto or some other bullshit like this, right? Instead of appreciating the opportunity that she got, she goes on stream and says this. I don't really give a shit, whatever. But Chris calls her out on it. And then the chat votes. What should they do? Chat 6-1 said, get her the fuck out of here. But I want to let you guys know, there was a sizable amount of people that said, let her stay. I want you guys to really take this in, because I'm trying to explain to you guys where we are in society. Girl comes on show, gets a huge opportunity that other streamers would kill for. After said opportunity, she talks shit about the people that put her on. She comes back on platform. Allegedly, a bunch of people hit her up, whatever. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. She comes back on platform. Chris calls her out. Chat votes 6-1, get her out of there. But keep in mind, our audience is somewhat aware of women, hence they watch the show. But there was still a sizable amount of people that said, let her stay. I want you guys to understand this. The people that said, let her stay, that is the majority of men. Let that sink in. The guys that said, let her stay, is the majority of men.
So we're going to leave it there, man, because, they always say men don't this and men don't that. But like Myron said, the majority of people that said let her stay were men. It was the women that wanted her up out of there. So, man, keep trucking on, man. This was a teachable moment. Like Girlie said, I believe these be rage bait stories. Some of them definitely be true, but these women just be needing attention to come up on the internet and say, you know what, man, I'm gonna just go up there and do a story. They basically want to be the next Risa Tisa. Risa Tisa's story blew up. There was about 1,000 parts to it. Everybody was invested across all social media platforms. These chicks are just trying to be the next Risa Tisa, man. So there you have it, man. Truth Talk Videos 412. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Hop up in the comment section, man, and let's get this conversion going. Hit the hype button. If you don't like the video, hit the dislike button. It's all free. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until further. Yeah.